Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel. We are continuing on with September Build a Journal, where we spend September building a journal one day at a time for the novices and the experts, if you can consider yourself an expert, alike. It's just an easy way to build a journal without stressing yourself out too much. So we have so far chosen our cover, chosen our pages for our signature, chosen our other signature items, sewed and did mixed media on our pages, and put together our signatures. Here are mine sitting here. It is literally like 2 seconds after I finished the last video, because you know I got to work ahead so I can have all these videos ready to go for you guys. But I wanted to show you how to break down a product box if you've never used one to make a journal. So before I gesso, I just wanted to, this will be like, I'm gonna then be done with this video for today because I'm gonna have to gesso the video, but I wanted to show you how to break down a product box. If you've never used one, they're really great to use. They're very easy to use. They have a built-in spine, which makes it amazing. But I am going to pull out my guillotine. The guillotine is the only thing I use to cut cardboard and boxes and such, and chipboard. I don't use my guillotine really for anything else but that. And it is just a swing line guillotine that my boyfriend bought me off of Amazon. So what I'm going to do is cut that off. Okay? Done. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to cut off this one. As you can see, my blade may be getting a little dull. I don't know. I'm just going to cut that off. There we go. Now I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to line it up on what I'm considering the natural score lines, which is where you bend your box. Okay? And I'm going to turn it and do the same thing over here, making sure I'm at the correct measurement, which is right here. Okay? So there we go. Here is, let me put this away. Okay. Here is our journal, all ready to go. Let me cut off this little fuzzy here. Now I am going to use some gesso. I think I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this and use it as a bookmark, or maybe even just in part of my tags or anything like that to remind me what box I used making this journal. So I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to keep that. The rest of it is garbage. And then what I'm going to do after this, now that this is all done, and I said this in previous videos, I'm going to gesso this. Let me show you my gesso I use. Okay, this is the gesso I use. It's Folk Art, and it's decently priced. I think it's expensive. It's expensive for gesso, but this was like $8 on Amazon for this bottle. I priced till I found the best priced gesso, and this is the one, because I think I actually caught it on sale. Now, you don't have to buy gesso, okay? Just go get yourself some white paint. This is titanium white from Folk Art. I've had this in my stash for years. It's almost empty. This will work just as well, okay? You don't actually need gesso. This is just a surface primer, but you don't need it. You just want to cover this. If you need to put 2 coats of paint on this, you can get a cheap bottle at Walmart of the smaller bottles for like 89 cents. That's what it used to be anyway. I don't know. Prices are crazy. Who knows what they are now. And you may have to put 2 coats on it. Doesn't matter. If you don't want to spend the money on gesso, don't spend the money on gesso. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So now that I showed you how to cut apart a product box, if you do not have a guillotine, you can use your paper trimmer. Your trimmer's blades will get dull faster. If you can cut straight, I cannot cut straight, you can use a scissor. Okay, but I can't cut straight, so I rarely use a scissor for doing something like this because I want it to be straight. But here you go. This will be our journal cover, and then when it's done, our signatures will fit in here nicely. See? With room to spare. Okay? there we go. Also, the inside, I don't know what I'm doing yet with the inside. I don't think I'm going to do anything. I may leave it like this and just, I will definitely put chipboard in here or another piece of cardboard, which I have. I can just use this one right here. See that? I can just use this one, double it up to give it a little bit more strength. Okay, so your spine is a little stronger. You want to do something like that to get your spine a little bit stronger. Now that I add this second piece of cardboard, it's way stronger than it was. So that's probably what I'm going to do, is just use this. And then I'll figure out the inside. I don't know. I'm not sure. It may just stay brown. I don't know. Anyway, I will be back lickety split. You won't even know I've been gone with a gessoed product box. Okay, so I have my cover gessoed and ready to go. No lie, it's like 5 days later. Okay, so there we go. I don't remember where I left off. I left off saying I was going to gesso this and I'd be back. I think that's where I left off. Now I can cut my fabric down to size, glue it on with Fabri-Tac. Now I'm gluing it on with Fabri-Tac, but I'm also going to sew it to make sure that it stays. I have some book corners that I got off of Amazon that I will link down below. And I have this paper from a paper pad from Hobby Lobby. So I did end up, look, this is why I ended up needing paper. It got paint all over the inside and it actually ripped some of the cardboard off. So I'm going to, first of all, I have this piece of leftover cardboard cut down to size. It's the other piece of the packaging. I'm going to glue in to give the spine a little bit more sturdiness. And I'm just going to glue the pink side down. Come on. I did get a new bottle. What's going on? I did take the thing off. Oh, okay. There's still some plastic on here. Oh, come on. There we go. From the thing I pulled off. Lovely. Isn't that lovely? Okay. Alrighty. So I'm just going to glue this on to let it set, and then I can cut the fabric down to size. So I'm just going to place this here and make sure I can still close it. Yep. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to clip it in so it doesn't shift. If I can grab a clip. Come on. Jeez Louise. Did I also mention then that I'm going to sew it? I don't remember. It's going to be one of those days. So sorry about that. I have a lot of stuff to do, but I also have to film. So, fun times. I actually have to, as soon as I'm done filming this, I have to go in my basement and I had to bring up a big pan of halupkis I made yesterday. I told my mom I would make halupkis because my grandfather, who is in a nursing home, my grandparents are both in a nursing home together, asked for halupkis. And my mom didn't want to make them. I don't blame her. They're not fun to make. So I made some yesterday, and then, so I'm going to cut this right about here. I made them yesterday and put them down in the fridge at last night to get cold. I'm going to cut right here and just tear. And then I'm going to vacuum seal them into groups of 2. That way my mom can put them in the freezer and let's cut right here where these little holes are. She can put them in the freezer and have them for whenever they want them. And she can pull them out and then just take them up to them whenever they want them. My grandfather also asked for pierogies, but it's too hot right now to make pierogies. So I was already planning on it, but it's too hot right now. I'm going to make pierogies come fall, probably October, because it's still supposed to be warm in September, and I live in a brick house. I guess warm. Okay, I also want, I don't want an edge that's perfect, so let's tear that also. Okay, so that's torn to size. I kept the scraps for tags and stuff. And, oh no, I have little thread stuck to my hand. Okay, so now let's cut this paper down to size. Okay. Oh, it is loud. The windows are open, and my dad's cutting the grass. He's not cutting our grass, though. He's cutting the neighbor's grass. The neighbor had surgery on her hand. You can't cut the grass. So, he's cutting the neighbor's grass. He's also mad at me. I don't give a shit. Okay. Can I just cut this whole thing? No, I knew it. I knew it wouldn't fit. But I'm going to, if I could find my ruler, I swear. Why do I have so many rulers and I don't use any of them? I use this one. This is it. I'm going to cut this down to 3 inches for the first piece. 3 inches by, was it 7 1/8? You'd think I'd remember this. No, it's not quite 7 1/8. It's like in between. So it's 7 1/16. Of course it is. Why would it be anything else? So I'm going to cut this to 3 inches. I don't mind if the pieces overlap. I mean, you're not going to really see it. It's going to be sewn in, but still. I like to give myself wiggle room, and then a 1/16. So this will go here. And then I need to cut the pieces that will fit here. And it should be 5 1/8. 5 1/8. 5 1/8 and 5 1/8. I took out 2 pieces in case I would need them, but I didn't. So that's nice. But I will use these scraps. What scraps I have left, I will put aside for tags and such. That way they kind of match the inside of my book. Did I lose my... Of course I did. Or is this it? This must be it. Duh. 5 1/8 by 7 and a 1/16. So once again, I'm just going to put these aside. And put these aside. Okay. So now I'm done with this. And I'm just going to, I mean, this is not dry yet, which really sucks. It's the only reason I hate Fabri-Tac, is it takes forever to dry. Is it dry now? Yes. For this one, I am going to use double stick tape. I just prefer using double stick tape for spines because I feel it flexes better. Because it doesn't completely dry, it flexes a slight bit better than using a glue that dries solid. Dries hard? Dries? I don't know. I may have to close my window. Or talk really loud. Isn't that obnoxious? But it's still that time of year where grass has to get cut. Okay, close my window. Not like it really helps, because the way the property lines are, I swear, it still feels like he's right in the yard cutting grass, even though he's in the neighbor's yard. But there we go. I'm just going to peel these off if I can. I feel like it's just going to be a long day. So yeah, I have to go. I have 14 halloumi. If you're wondering what halloukis are, I can't believe I didn't know that. Stuffed cabbage. Okay? Stuffed cabbage. But my family is Hungarian and Slovakian, and we call them haloukis. So, there's that. Okay. Now I'm going to fold this. Nice fold. Oh, that's thick. That's thick. Okay. And do the other side. All right. That way, we still have a journal cover. Okay. And now on the inside, I'll use my Bearly Art glue and just glue the other pieces in. And then I'll be able to glue on the... Be quiet, Sam. Please don't start, Sammy. Okay, I don't know why the dog's barking at me. He was out. I took him out. I just need to get through this and then sew the cover and then sew this reusable bag of my mom's that she was like, "Can you sew this?" I said, "Sure. Why not? I should be able to sew it. It's a weird material, but I should be able to sew it." Okay. And then the other side. I don't care that these don't match up. Does not bother me. If it bothers you, you can make sure they match up if you choose. If you would need to do something like this. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are doing for your covers. So if you choose to make them match up, if you need to do something like this, you can. I don't. Does not bother me. That doesn't match. Okay. There we go. And now we have the inside done. And it will be sewn. I'm going to end up sewing here, like all around. What the? We're just going to put that away. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to try to be good and clean up as we go. But, you know, who's to say it's going to work? Okay. So we have this. And I'm just going to, it doesn't have to be anything fantastic because I am sewing it. I just want it to stay in place. I just currently want it to stay in place till I can get my sewing machine set up and sew. Okay. And then we close it again. Look how good that looks. It looks so good. So good. Oh. This is way longer. Wow, I see I ripped it. It doesn't rip straight. But this has a lot up here, so just want to trim this off. It's not. I really need to get new fabric scissors. I keep using my fabric scissors for paper. Which is bad. Don't do that. Okay? Have separate fabric scissors. do what I say, not what I do, okay? Alright, and trim here. Okay. And trim here. And then I'm going to set up my sewing machine and I'll sew off camera because I sewed on camera in an earlier video and there's just not room. There's just no room. Oh, I can really smell that grass being cut. Fun fact, I have a grass allergy. And I only closed one of my windows because it's going to get hot in here if I close all my windows. And ooh, that grass is strong. Okay, I am going to pause and sew and I'll be back. Okay, here it is all sewn. And as I've said before, I don't mind I like the threads, so they're staying. Now I have these book corners here. So I think those will look best. They're like an antique color. And then we're just going to slip them on. Okay, and I need here we go. Slip them on and tighten them up. I don't glue them on. I've never had a problem with my corners coming off, but I know a lot of people glue them. If you feel more secure gluing them, if you're using book corners, glue them all you want. But mine have never come off. Okay. And this side here. Okay. Right. And these two ends. Ow. I just squeezed my finger. That hurt. Okay, so I am filming, like I said, I really have to film early. There are days that I cannot film. There's days that I have migraine. Like, you never know what might happen. So I'm filming early. So as of today, as I'm filming this, my pole is still at sewn. So this is now a definite sewn journal. And that's tomorrow. That will be tomorrow's video. So there we go. Cute. What do you guys think? I like it. So that is it for this video. We did the cover, and now what do I expect from you guys? I expect you, if you are playing along, to work on your cover and completely make your cover. Now, as a reminder, when you're making your cover, if you're just doing a ring or a cinch journal or something like that, ribbon closure, whatever you're doing to hold your journal together, depends on how you're going to have your papers. I'm doing a sewn, so I have this guy here, the spine. But if I wasn't doing a sewn, I would just have these papers here. Okay? That's all I would have. I would have no spine. So you do your journal cover, and I will see you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think of my cover. I love it. It's so cute. It'll especially be cute when we get to our journal topper. Yep. And I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a great rest of your day.